Yo, what is going on, gamers? It is your boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. Today, guys, I'm finally bringing you Black Ops 3 Search and Destroy classes updated. This is going to be a very in-depth video about which classes I use, why you should use them, and things of that nature. But before we get into it, I want to go ahead and talk about specialists. A lot of SnD stars are starting to change the way how their specialist looks for different maps, so it blends in with the map and their whole team tries to use the same color, so then it's hard to know which character you've killed. For example, some of these characters in the game kind of look the same, so when you use the same exact color, it's kind of hard to figure out which one is which. For example, let's say you're playing on Stronghold. Stronghold's a very white map, and you could put on this white suit if someone on your team was using Psychosis, and there's other characters obviously in the game, and you could just put something white on them and be like, all right, that's what we're going to do. And now it's going to be just a tiny bit harder for your opponents to see you on that map. If you're playing something like Evac that has a lot of like trees and it's a lot of green, you could put something like this on. Most of these characters have different colors that you can put on them. It's a lot better than what I use. I use this in wagers. It's this bright blue suit. It's not the best thing to do. It's not the smartest thing to do. It's smarter to just go in here and, you know, if we're playing on Evac, put something like this on or something along those lines and have your team run the same color, so then it's kind of hard for the opponent to know what they are shooting at and stuff like that. Now on to the classes. The first class that you guys are going to see is a basic AR class. We're going to be using the beautiful MA, and we're going to be using Afterburner. No lethals, no tacticals, because it's really hard to use lethals and tacticals with an AR. As you guys can tell, I'm using reflex, long barrel, stock, a pistol, Afterburner so I can get around the map faster, and perk 2 and perk 3 are always going to be the same. It's going to be different in only, I think, one class, but a lot of people have been using this AR right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really mess with this weapon a lot just because the fact that it is seriously only good on host. We use Grit because the Man of War has a lot of recoil, but this thing performs so well on host. It's actually crazy. Most of you guys might be wondering, why am I not using the beautiful Shiva? The Shiva is pretty weird. I feel like the Shiva only works in 3v3s or 4v4s, because if you're trying to use it in 2v2s or 1s, you're just going to really be a selfish player, just because of the fact that you're going to hit 2 shots. If someone gets up and close with you while you have that Shiva out, you're probably not going to win that gunfight, to be completely honest. But if you are trying to use like a date or a stun on one of your classes, what you guys can do is just put on stock on your AR class without even putting on long barrel, and boom, you could put a lethal or a tactical, whichever one you like to do. But for me, I like to use long barrel and stock. And then also there are some players that like to throw a lot of nades, so I switch this out to a flak. It just depends who I'm playing and what happens in the first map, but this is usually my go-to AR class. The next class is possibly my favorite VMP class of all time. I've been using this class so much. Basic quick draw grip. But the thing about this class that is so important is the 2 stuns. You guys might wonder why, but in this game, a lot of people really don't use tac mask that much. I hardly go against players that run tac mask. We use an Afterburner so I can get around the map a lot faster. Concussions just really help. If there's like 30 seconds left, you're trying to check bomb to bomb, this helps you not get killed in the back a lot. For example, if you're on the map breach and you're going to go check B bomb and you're about to check B bomb, you could throw a stun and then basically go ahead and wrap to go check A. You don't have to go all the way to B. Actually check the bomb, make sure he's not there, then wrap back A. Then the next class that you guys see right here, I used to have this as long barrel. This used to be my class setup right here. It was long barrel. It's a very selfish class. Flap jacket, just in case if I'm going against players that are nading a lot, stuff like that. But long barrel just really doesn't help a submachine gun. At least it doesn't help the VMP. Long barrel is supposed to allow you to shoot longer, basically increases your range. It just doesn't really help that much on the VMP. You can't really tell the difference. Because of that, I'd rather use stock. Stock is such a good attachment on the VMP. For example, you plant B-bomb on Redwood. Instead of you just head glitching B-bomb like people normally do, since you have stock, you can literally just stock the bomb, go back and forth, left to right, left to right, left to right. And if someone's pre-aiming that with an AR, they try to pre-aim the spot that you're going to be camping at over bomb, they're going to start pre-aiming, then they're going to try to like shoot you. They're not going to win that gunfight if you're using stock and you're just going back and forth, left to right, left to right, left to right. This is going to be so hard for them to kill you. You're easily just going to laser beam them. Stock is such a good attachment. Definitely try to get good with it. it makes the VMP an absolute monster, if you ask me. Next class is my Get My Specialist Faster class. It just helps so much. We're using Overclock because I like to use specialists in this game that take a long time to get. For example, Active Camo, probably one of my favorite specialists in the game. Also, Heat Wave, those two you get really late into the game. So you use Overclock. Use Overclock to allow you to get those specialists faster. I'm not sure why Overclock is not banned on UMG Gaming, because it is banned on game battles, tournaments, and stuff like that. Who cares? Since it's not, Overclock is legit the best thing to use. It helps you get your specialists faster, and if you were to use this on other specialists that you get faster in the game, like Overdrive and Glitch, you could possibly get your specialists more than 2 times a game. We're using nades and stuns just in case. The stun is basically, like I said, for the other class. That's my favorite class. Just the stun check stuff. Basically, if you're going mid-map, stun check it. And the nade is for sometimes that I need a nade. For example, if someone's behind a bomb or something like that, and I just don't really want to challenge right away, I can throw this nade, hopefully get them weak. If they're using flap jacket, that nade will get them weak. And then now I only got to put a few less bullets into my opponent rather than just challenging him without nading him. And now I got to put a lot of bullets into him, and he could possibly just kill me because he's on the head glitch. So the nade helps. I really haven't killed that many people with a nade in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's been such a long time since I've gotten a nade kill, and I just feel like it's because so many people run flak in this game, and when they do see a nade, it's so easy to thrust out of the way. I don't know, man. I just feel like nades really aren't that useful in this game, to be completely honest. The next class is the Almighty Selfish class. This class, you're not helping your team out one bit. You're not using no lethals. You're not using no stuns. You're not doing nothing, man. You're using quick draw, using grip. We're using flak and afterburner. Afterburner, get around the map faster. We're using flap jacket just in case. This is literally the class setup where the other team is throwing nades. They're throwing stuns. This is why you use this class. See, here's the reason. Here's an issue that I have with this class. I enjoy using this class so much, but in Black Ops 3, the game is so sound dependent. So many people sound whore. I'm not using dead silence. People are going to sound whore me so much. If you're playing 1v1s, don't even use this class. They're legit going to sound whore the fudge out of you. Instead, just put on dead silence and sacrifice blast suppressor. But the reason why I don't want to do that is because this game has evolved so much that using your thrusting, using your wall running is such a huge advantage. Think about the redwood high wall run on the tree. If you are not using blast suppressor, they're going to see your ping all over the minimap, and they're going to know that you're somehow on top of them. They're going to be ready for it. But with it, they don't even know where you just came from. They don't even know how you just got on top of them when they're camping inside a window inside B-bomb. They don't even know how you got there. Honestly, I like this class. It's just this class sucks because you can't use everything that you need to use. So usually when people are using a lot of stuns and stuff like that, I try to see if someone on my team can throw out a trophy system. Trophy systems are so clutch in Black Ops 3 because it allows me to not only have to not use tac mask, but I get to not use flap jacket, if you guys see what I'm saying. So even you on your VMP class, throw on a freaking trophy system. The only issue is your trophy system could be your best friend, and it can also be your worst enemy. If you're using your trophy system, you're planting the bombs, and you're dying, think about this. You just let your opponent get a defuse. On top of that, he destroyed your trophy system. This guy is going to be close to streaks never before. And we all know in Black Ops 3, streaks are a huge part of search and destroy. You get an HC, then you get a dart, or they're using a guardian. That's ripped to a bomb site, or they're fudging using a lightning strike. That's a ping and a huge bombs that are just going to drop right on top of you and your team. There's so many maps in this game where it's just bombs are right out in the open like Breach. It's going to be hard to get the bomb down if you let your opponents get a freaking lightning. So this class, it has its ups and downs. It works in certain situations. That's just what all these classes are, guys. Certain situations, it works. I love using these classes. It's just when I'm playing against certain people and the game, like, we've gone to like second map or we're in last map and I know how they've been playing and stuff like that, I'm going to switch up some of this stuff. If I know they're throwing a lot of stuns, I might keep this class, but then put on a dead silence and tac mask class, you know, and try not to thrust a lot. But so many maps in this game, you got to use your thruster. Stronghold, you got to. Breach, you got to. You got to get to certain spots on the map, so you got to use your thruster. Which is why if you're not using your thruster, and if you do use your thruster with this class, they're gonna see you if you're not using blast suppressor. Which is why I hate the perk blast suppressor. I think it needs to go. But other than that, these are my class setups. Obviously, guys, you can, substitute stuff here and there. I see a lot of people using overclock on their AR class instead of using afterburner. I just like to get around the map a lot faster. I'm literally a sub player, as you guys can tell, and an AR is really useful in search and destroy. It's just I still like to get around the map faster. I'm always using AR on like a map like Infection, and I like to go top rock. So I'm going to use Afterburner to do the new slide mechanic to, slide faster, and I'm going to try to get to top rock a lot faster than my opponent. So this is basically my updated class setup, guys. I'm going to be doing this a lot more. I think this might be the last one in Black Ops 3 just because of the fact that the game is legit almost over. We're getting super close to Infinite Warfare, and I'm going to be grinding the fuzz out of Infinite Warfare, COD 4, and all that jazz, and you guys are going to see some really cool updated class setups and stuff like that, really cool weapons, pro class setups, and all that stuff. So you guys will be really enjoying the content coming up for Infinite Warfare, COD 4, Battlefield 1, all the stuff that I'm going to be dropping. I'm going to be going so hard in videos, guys. So just let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see any types of tips when those games come out and stuff like that, literally just use the comment section, guys. When I start dropping videos, if you want to see something in particular, please put it down below in the comment section. I read all the comments, and I'll try to get that video done. As always, it's me, boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. I shall see you all next time. Peace out.